What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining me here Monday, doing some casual gaming with Octopath Traveler again. I've done a little bit of work behind the scenes before today's stream. I realized looking at all the different places there are to go now that I've finished chapter 1 for all the, the primary characters. All the other chapters were like minimum level 23, and when we ended the stream, my best character I think was like right at about 20. So I decided this morning I wasn't going to bore everybody with just endless grinding of levels. So I've been doing that like all day between work. So I've got all my characters leveled up. I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been doing. I haven't explored any areas except for one. I stumbled my way into it by accident, so I unlocked something I didn't really mean to, but c'est la vie there. So let's take a look at what I've got going on. Let's shift over here. I don't think the audio's coming through. Let's take a look here real fast. Oh, there we go. A little loud. All right, that should be better. All right, let's hop into it. Let's see, we left off. Both of these are the same. I don't know why, but pick up right here. That's loud. Is that loud for everybody else that's listening right now? It sounds super loud to me in my headphones for some reason. What is going on? It's just the same as before. Let's lower this down a little bit. Something manageable for me. Alright, that's not too terrible for me. I hope that's good for everybody. If you guys can't really hear the music and the background for the game, let me know and I'll take another crack at what's going on there. Alright, so let's take a look at what I've done since yesterday. So, as you can see, I got my character, Ophelia. So, funny story here. Ophelia is the character I started with. So she is the main protagonist for my game file. She cannot leave my party. I am not allowed to sub her out with anybody else, so she has to remain. So while I'm grinding out levels today for everybody else, she had to stay in the party. I couldn't get her out of there and disperse things evenly. So she is now my highest level character at level 31. Everybody else is somewhere between 23 and 25. I didn't want to go too high because I still want the content to be challenging as I'm moving through the next chapters. But I just couldn't do anything about Ophelia. Like, I was literally stuck grinding her all the way up to level 31 by accident. So as you can see, we are in Saintsbridge. That's going to be her chapter 2 area. I just went ahead and got us to the travel over to the city. And I mentioned that I didn't do any content except for one location. So the one location I went to was right down here, the Shrine of the Healer. Now, I didn't know this, but dotted throughout the world map are these shrines. And when you go to these shrines, they unlock secondary jobs for all the PCs. So, going to the Shrine of the Healer, I unlocked the Apothecary job, and I gave that to Therion. I looked at some things online, how things mesh pretty well. And also, I just like the fact that Therion steals everything. He makes a pretty good apothecary for his backup job because he's constantly stealing the stuff that he's going to need to brew his potions and his tinctures and stuff that he can throw at people. So I gave him the backup job of apothecary. And what's cool is this allows him to take apothecary skills and just another place to dump job points and grow and get new abilities from. So that's the next probably round of things I'm going to do as I'm traveling around for the chapter 2 storyline is unlocking the secondary jobs for dancer, cleric, wizard, or scholar, and getting all these new secondary jobs, giving people all these new abilities. So that's the one piece that I went into without you guys watching. Again, apologies. You'll see the next shrine that I do now that I know better. And then the last thing that came up is on Ophelia, because I ground so many levels for her. Her skills obviously grew pretty big. So I've completely unlocked the cleric archive of skills for Ophelia to utilize. And that includes her divine skill, which is Alferic's Auspices. I haven't used this yet, but the only way you can use this, and this is the same for every other class that's out there, is you can only activate it once all your boost points are maxed out. So 5 rounds of doing nothing but basic attacks, and then you can activate this skill. Obviously, it's got a heavy cost, but if we take a look at it, for 3 turns after activation, any skill performed by a chosen ally will trigger twice. So if I use it on, let's say Cyrus, and he uses Blizzard, it's going to activate Blizzard twice. Or if I steal something, I steal twice. So that's pretty fucking amazing. Again, I haven't used it yet, but I'm sure we will see it as we move throughout today's stream. So, like I said, we are here in Saintsbridge. This is the Chapter 2 story for Ophelia. Typically, when I go into a new city, my first action is to go around and steal everything. I didn't think that one through here, because when you go into a new city, you only have 2 tries. And if you fail twice, your rep zeroes out with the city. And then you have to go to the tavern and get your rep restored. Well, I came in here, I tried to steal some Shiztherian, you know. But as you can see, all red actions, because he failed twice. Now I'm locked out from using any of my abilities around town. It costs 8,000 gold in this city to restore my reputation. That's bullshit. I don't have 8,000 money on me. At one point I had like over 80,000 gold on me, but I spent it all on new equipment for my higher level folks, getting everyone where they need to be so everything's nice and even. I got like 6 grand left on me. I can't really do much. So we're going to jump straight into Chapter 2, and hopefully I'll get some cash and restore my rep, and that town won't hate me anymore. So we're going to go to the tavern, because that's where I can kick off Chapter 2 of Ophelia's story. So like I said, I haven't started anything for it. I haven't done anything for her story yet. Alright. We want to hear a tale, and Chapter 2, Ophelia's story. Recommended 23 for Ophelia. She's 31. So, that's probably going to go a little easier. But all the other characters are right there in that recommended range. Alright, let's continue the tale. Let's do it. The story so far. Sister Ophelia set out from home alone on a holy quest. She is to complete the kindling, a sacred rite carried out every 20 years. She was entrusted with the first flame and bears its ember with her. 3 churches must she visit to light their flames anew. I think I said this when I first started Octopath Traveler. I started Ophelia's storyline. I love this idea as a pilgrimage. And in a lot of stories you read, the pilgrimage is that they have to go somewhere and like pray or maybe, you know, do a little bit of a duty. She literally has to go to the 3 major holy sites in the land and light the sacred flame with the first flame of the church. That's a pretty badass pilgrimage. I like that. Archbishop Joseph hovers now on death's door, heart aching for the father and daughter who accepted her into their fold. Ophelia takes Liana's place, allowing her sister to stay at their father's side. Her gentle kindness inspired her to leave home behind and has brought her now to the town of Saintsbridge. May it bring light to the hearts of the people living here as well. So, like we learned, Liana was supposed to do this, but Ophelia took over so that Liana could stay home with her sick dad. All right, we're meeting with His Excellency right here in the front of town. Awesome. Come to perform the kindling. Welcome you to the parish. I am Bartolo, the Bishop of Saintsbridge. All this way in Sister Liana's stead. Deeply sorry for the sudden change in plans. Yeah, kind of a shake-up. They weren't expecting that. Have my sympathies for the Archbishop's illness. Okay, so he's never done the kindling right, but he knows about it. I mean, he looked kind of older. I would expect that he's seen it happen. For one who undertakes it with an open heart and mind. Take every ounce of strength and courage, but for the sake of our church and our realm, pray see it through. I mean, I'm just lighting something, right? I'm sure it's going to be real easy. People of Saintsbridge have waited with eager hearts for the coming of the flame bearer. Kind of like the Olympic torch running through town. The warm light of the sacred flame guides and shelters us all to the depths of our hearts and souls. Allow me to show you to our cathedral. Ooh. Wonder how big their cathedral is compared to ours. Oh, looks like it's exactly the same. Behold, this is the sacred flame of Saintsbridge. Stood in this same spot and witnessed the rite 20 years ago. At the time, the flame burned strong, but now it wanes and flickers. We need to boost up that flame. I believe it's some sort of omen. No, I mean, it probably does that naturally. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of the kindling, is to restore the flames. They don't burn forever. We're going to go ahead and do it now. I would think that they would make like this whole hip hip hooray thing for town to come in, all the parishioners to watch it.
To you I offer my soul and my blood. With your first flame, I kindle this fire. May it forever shelter the people of this land. Through the sacrament of the kindling, grant us your mercy and your blessing.
I feel like something bad's about to happen. Oh. No, looks like it went off without a hitch. Been traveling around killing monsters and staying in inns and meeting new friends and shit. Circumnavigated the world like 4 times. Yeah, I mean, she's much, much stronger than they probably think she is. Alright. Press L to hear travel banter. What's the matter, Professor? You look agitated. Never thought the day would come when I'd witness the kindling with my own eyes. Keep telling myself to not get overly excited, but frankly, I just can't help myself. So you've heard of it before? But of course, it's one of the central rites of the church held every 20 years. The embers born from flame's grace feed the sacred fires across the land. Many people know the kindling, but few have the opportunity to witness it firsthand. That's what I was thinking. Like, you would think the church would be fucking jam-packed with parishioners that want to see this go down. Did something happen? All of a sudden the stream looks weird. Hold on 1 second, folks, if you're watching. It's like everything reset. Check something here. See what's going on. Yeah, it's weird. I wasn't getting any notifications for anything. I wasn't getting the chat for anything either, so we'll throw this up here. Yeah, I apologize for that, John. You were talking to me. I wasn't even fucking acknowledging you. I apologize. Can't hear it on my phone. I hear you fine, though. So real quick, John. So you can't hear the music for the game? Like it's going right now. Can you hear it at all? And thank you, Katie, for getting rid of that ass clown who wanted to try and sell followers. I probably lost you, John. I apologize, bud. Alright. Let's continue on. Oh, what did Emil do? He did something.
We're gonna make you sorry.
Oh, shit.
I am sorry. I am.
It's going down.
Cry, that'll make everything all right.
Don't be a dick to Emil.
I was sorry.
He said he was sorry. Come on. Back off the little bud.
What's going on here? Break it up now. Break it up.
I don't want to move, Wonder. I don't want to dance. I want to sit here.
Emil lost Daryl's brooch. It's gone now because of him.
Ah, it's just a brooch.
I'm sorry, Daryl.
Sorries aren't going to bring back his brooch. You know how important it was to him.
Well, shit. Come on.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
Ask Emil if you really want to know. Come on, Nate. Let's get out of here.
What dick? Like, I'm a grown-up offering to help.
We'll be back for you later, Emil. You know what's good for you. You better find that brooch.
Hey, Wonder, since you're watching and hopefully listening, can you hear, like, the background noise and music and voices? Is that coming through okay? Or anyone else who's watching the stream. It doesn't have to be Wonder alone to answer that question.
Yes,
Yes'm?
Sister Ophelia. I am a cleric, journeying on behalf of the church. Journeying? Oh, are you here for the kindling?
I'm performing the Kindling Kid. I'm kind of a big deal.
That's right. But I've already wrapped up with the rites, so... Are you gonna help me look for this brooch, or what? You'd really do that? For me?
I mean, I'm not really like a big Kesha fan. I'm not really a good pop culture reference guy, to be honest with you. The question I asked John was whether you guys can hear the music and the voices and the background stuff. I didn't know if that was coming through good now that I fixed it.
They would. So cheer up. Thank you, miss. I mean, sister.
They are.
Thank you, Reverend Sister.
I mean, I guess that's true. I just haven't had the opportunity to become a Kesha fan yet.
Ophelia is fine. Now, let's get down to it.
Let's go find this brooch, little child. Can't hear the music, but you can hear the voices. That's a shame because the music is like super loud in my ear. I need to figure out what's going on there. Give me 1 second.
See,
Let's see if I can fix this real fast. Just holding on for me, folks. No, that's not going to be it. Let's try that. You're listening on your phone, okay. Wonder, are you listening? Because I want to talk to you about Kesha. I absolutely do. I will talk to you all day about your love for Kesha and all the covers that exist. But if you're listening on your computer, is music or voices coming through okay?
See.
Just not the game music, okay. So who's doing this Timber by Postmodern Jukebox? Okay, so they do a bluegrass cover.